Hello and welcome back to Just Be Tarot. I'm going to do a video today similar to the other one I did a couple days ago, and this is going to be messages from a passed away loved one. So that video got a lot of views, so I think that's why I'm going to do another one. Okay, so it's going to be a pick a pile, 1, 2, 3, and just think of a person that's passed away in your life while you're listening to this reading or before you pick a pile. Just think of that person and, pick a pile, pick a number, or just take a few moments and say a little prayer and then pick a pile. Or just pick one, right? Or just do whatever it is. Just pick one. Okay, so as any pick a pile reading goes, if you don't resonate with the messages, or it's not making sense, or you just don't like what you're hearing, then you can choose another pile, or you can just listen to 1 or 2 or 3 and think of it as a story or someone else's person talking to them. Okay, so that's how we're going to do it. That's how it's always going to be in the pick piles. And of course, you can listen to more than one, or you can think of one person in particular for pile 1. You can think of a different person for 2 and another person for 3, or just work it however you want, okay? And please know, viewers, all the readings I do are general readings, okay? So it's not for anyone in particular, although lots of people's energies align, and maybe just when you choose the video, you might resonate, or either way. Okay, so just keep that in mind. So I'm going to use the same decks as I used my last video, the Zombie Tarot and my French deck, kind of 50s style. And then for the last question that I'm going to ask your person that's passed away, I'm going to use the Angel Answers. And the Angel Therapy deck. Both, I think, are Doreen Virtue. Yep, there. Okay, and then I'm just going to write something down real quick. Okay. And of course, I'm going to put the timestamps in the description box so you can skip all this talking. This whole part is going to take a while. I'm going to pick 1 to 3 charms for each pile. Okay, so I'm going to do that right now, just to show you. Pick them randomly. I'm going to do the tiny trunk, the little vintage flower box, and the ceramic purple egg. Okay. So just press these decks. Just say my little prayer over the cards like I always do. I'm not gonna look at them. Oh, I think I know which one that was. I can feel them and I know what they are, but anyway, I'm not thinking of that when I pick it up. Okay, and this one. Alright, just one. One little charm for each part. Okay, so I'm going to ask 3 questions. There's going to be 3 categories. The first one is how your loved one feels and thinks about you and your family life, your family dynamic. And then the second one will be your love life, your romantic life. And then the third one will be your work life, what they think and feel regarding your work life. Okay, and then the questions I'm going to ask the angel cards. I'm going to ask your person that's passed. Get the answers using the cards. It's going to be a question that you're going to think about at the end of the reading. I'm going to ask you to think of something you want to ask your person, and then just give you just a quick answer. These cards, it's like yes, no type thing, or maybe so, and a few other different answers, okay? So here we go. Let's start. We're going to start with pile 1, pile 2, and 1. And the shot. Yep. Alright, so, angels, getting messages from the viewers. We chose pile 1, messages. A person that's passed on in their lives. First one regarding your family life. What do they think and feel regarding the viewers? Romantic or lovely? Pile 1. And lastly, the work life. And then 3 clarifying cards. Family life, love life, and work life. Family life. Okay, now pile 1 viewers, if you can think of a question, just give you a couple seconds to think, okay? Think of any question you want to ask your person, your loved one that's passed away. Any question you want to ask them that would give you a yes or no type of answer, okay? So think about that for a second. Okay, got one? I'm gonna give you the answer here, okay? See, just see what it says. Oops, sorry. And then this one for that same question. Both. Okay, well hopefully you said both. I'm gonna take both. Pile 1. Okay, so your family life, your love life, and your these ones after. Excuse me. Let's get your little charm. Oh, it's the camera. Yeah, that's what I thought. Well, it's pretty obvious when it's in your hand. This one. It's really cute. Vintage camera. So, this tells me that this person that you're thinking about, pile 1 that's passed away, could be an elderly person, a grandmother or a grandfather, or just somebody older than you, because it's kind of has a vintage feel, this camera, right? So it's going to be at least someone that's older than you. And we all know, well, I know what this means, and when I've pulled it out, it's confidence. This actually charm came out, I think, in the other pile of passed away loved ones messages. So, pile 1, your person right off the bat wants to tell you to be confident and assure you that you are confident. Okay, don't forget that. Your person wants you to know that. They want you to know that you're beautiful and amazing, interesting, and attractive as well. Beautiful. Beautiful, lovely. Okay, so that's what your person wants to tell you there. So let's see what they have to say about your family life. Okay. Wow. Wow. Amazing cards. So your passed away loved one is just blown away and just can't believe, or can believe, and is very appreciative and happy about this beautiful family dynamic that you have, pile 1. Is that resonating with you? Do you have a good family life? Well, these cards are transferring these messages from your person that's passed. We've got the Ten of Cups and the Magician. So the Ten of Cups is perfect family life, and perfect family life might, or most likely would be different depending on the person, right? So you'll know what's good for you and what's perfect for you, what family dynamic is perfect for you. But your beloved one that's passed wants you to tell you that they're very proud of how you conduct yourself with your other family members. They see just full of love and appreciation and gratitude and just happiness and good times, carefree times, and special connections. So that makes them super happy. And we have the Magician here. So the Magician is like as above, so below. So they want you to know that they're watching over you and your family members, your loved ones, and telling you that you guys, your family, is just magic. Okay? So that's good. You must have an awesome family. See, everybody in this picture is having a good time. Little kid sitting in the beach ball in the back by herself is having a good time. The zombie in the water with the fire in the back is having a good time. This lady on the lawn chair, she's having a good time. The father also there with everybody, and the son here, he's playing in the sand. Anyway, getting carried away. He's just cute. So that's what they want to tell you about your family life. They're very proud of the way you guys all communicate with each other and take care of each other. And then your love life, what they see here, the Four of Cups. Okay, so pile one, the person that's passed away, is stressing the loveliness and comfort of a deep soul connection, a deep intimate connection with one other person. So pile one, your person is really stressing this, okay? This couple here. You see this woman, she's taking care of her man here. He's just laying on her lap, and she's, rubbing his back or arm or whatever it is, and they're at home, nice and comfy at home. And then we have here this lady here, this Three of Pentacles. She's hammering away down here, and there's these people in the back. Oh, what's she doing? Oh, okay. And she can also ask these people for help. So what your person is telling you regarding your love life is to focus on just that caring, loving, nurturing dynamic with the person that you have, or the person that you will come to have. Just comfort, easy energies. And then here, don't be afraid to ask your person for help. They're telling me that your person is going to be just loving to watch you during the day, watching you do your job, whatever it is you do in the day, they're watching. And your angel, your person that's passed, wants you to not be afraid to ask them for help. They know you don't need to. They're fully confident that you can handle things on your own, especially when it comes to you being in a relationship with another person. But they are just wanting you, I don't know, just stressing that to me right now. Ask for help. Does that resonate with you? Pile one, do you not often ask for help, especially when you're in a relationship with someone? Well, your person that's passed is telling you to, they're not even saying don't be afraid, so you might not even be afraid. It's just something maybe you don't do. But either way, they're saying ask. It might make your life a bit easier. And this person that you're with or going to be with will most likely want to help you, and that'll make them feel good too. So why not get a little help from them in whatever way it is. Okay, whether you need help with your emotions or your thoughts or your situations. And then lastly, almost lastly, what they think about your work life, you and your work life dynamic. Okay, right away I'm getting, they're telling you that in your work life right now, if you take actions to prove that you're worthy of your position or a higher position, for example, Shoot, I just lost it. Give me a sec. Oh yeah, you'll be rewarded. That's what the message is in your work life right now. So even if you don't do anything to go out of your way to prove to your higher ups that you deserve more, it's gonna just show naturally. You can see this guy, it's almost like a boss. He's like playing fetch with this guy. Could be you. Throwing this bone, and he's gonna run and catch it, and he's coming back, but he's getting pet on the head. You see? So he's not just throwing the bone and forgetting about it and tricking him, you know what I'm saying? So your work life right now, your person that's passed is telling us that you will be rewarded. Okay, so your efforts will be rewarded. Your eagerness to help and work will be rewarded. And everyone's going to be happy. Everyone, not only you, but everyone around you is going to be happy for you. And that's really good. So you're shining at work, and your person wants to tell you, keep that up. Click, click, click. And then here we have justice. So I'm pretty sure your employer is not going to spank you with the wooden spoon. Don't worry about that. Okay? But anyway, that's what this message I'm getting, okay? Also, too, if you're worried in your work life right now that you've done something wrong or you're doing something wrong, you're not going to be punished. You're not going to be, whatever it is. If you're resonating with this, then you can relax a little bit. Hopefully, nothing will happen. But that's the message I'm getting from your person right now, is don't worry about it. And if something, does happen, you get reprimanded for whatever reason, well, you just deal with it like life. You deal with everything, and your person's saying, it's going to be fine. You're doing good. You're doing the best you can do in your work life. And keep it up. Okay? So that's what your person is saying. Now, pile 1. Do you remember what question you asked at the beginning? So I want you to think about that question again. I'm going to see what the answer is. Yes. Ooh. Lucky you. Well, I have no idea what your question was, viewer. Hopefully, usually yes is a good answer. Is that a good thing? I hope so. The answer is yes. Whatever you were thinking about asking your person. Let's get a couple extra cards here. We got be willing to forgive. Okay. And God box. So be willing to forgive. This might even be work related. I'm getting you might have to forgive someone in your work circle. So be willing to forgive. But anyway, this is regarding your question, right? So the answer was yes. And maybe this ties in to your question, does it? Be willing to forgive. It says, ask the angels to clear your mind and body of past pain in exchange for peacefulness. So you can ask the angels, or you can ask your past loved one. Ask them for help to clear your mind and body of past pain, which will bring you peace. And then here it says, write any worries, concerns, or desires on a piece of paper that you put into a special container called the God box as a way of letting go and allowing the divine to help you. Okay, so that's something else your person is possibly suggesting to you. Right? So if you have a little box, a little trunk, anything that you want help with from your person, or just help with in general, maybe write it down, put it inside a special box, and that'll be for your person that's passed away. No messages. Okay, so that's for you, pile 1. Okay. We've got pile 2. Angels. What messages does pile 2 person that's passed have for them regarding their family life, love life, and work life? Family life, love life, and work life. And we've got love 2, I'm going to get you to think of a question that you want to ask your person that's passed, okay? So think of a question that you want to ask them that will basically have a yes or no or maybe so answer, okay? So think of a question. I'll give you 10 seconds. Okay. That one flew out. When they fly out like that, I always get that it's really important that they're like yelling at whatever answer it is. We'll see you later at the end. Divine card, pile 2's person that's passed for that question. Oh, that one flew out too. Alright, so here we go, pile 2. And let's see what your charm is. Ooh, it's the Viking. Kind of already knew that by the feel of it in my hand. So horns here. Viking, strength. So pile 2, that's your main message from your person's strength. We're asking regarding your family, love life, and work life. And we got this little Viking here. So your person most likely was also a very strong person, maybe a little bit stern. Does that sound like the person that you're thinking about, pile 2? A little stern, but strong and good, big heart. Okay, so that's them describing you and possibly how they were as well. So how do you think and feel about your family life dynamic? Okay, these are popular cards, these last time too. Okay, protection. Protection and fun times. So your person, pile 2, that's passed, is loving the fact that you're protective over your family and your family members are protective over you and all of you are protective over each other. So that's really sweet. And two, we got the Viking here too, which makes sense. Nice and strong, protective vibes. And then we have this lady flying in the sky on her broom, but she's not a witch. Well, maybe she is undercover, but and this is basically just having a good time. Having a good time, having some fun, doing things together, even if you're just FaceTiming or, I don't know, sending each other videos at this time. But your person that's passed is loving on your family dynamic. Lots of protective vibes, okay? And good times, carefree times. Another little message I just got is not forget about the connecting with your family members. Even too, I see this guy here kind of, anyway, that's a separate question though, but maybe this is specific for just one person that's watching or more than one, but your person is, I'm feeling to tell you to not forget about those quiet times where you're communicating about feelings and emotions with your family members, if need be. You know, and if nothing's going on or if you don't need to talk about anything, don't forget to tell them you love them in some way, shape, or form. This is a specific message that I'm getting regarding your family life and your person that's passed. They love the protection that you have and the strength, but they don't want you to forget. You see this little boy in the back? He's just kind of hiding, holding on to his father figure here. So that's something that they want to stress, okay? Taking the time to stop and tell someone that you love and care about, that you love and care about them, okay? Pile 2, that's not your thing, don't worry about it. Try and do it in any way, shape, or form. You probably already are, but anyway, it's a little message in the ear from your person. Strong, sensitive too. And then your love life, we have... Okay, so they're telling you to not get too cocky. You're not too confident in your love life, pile 2. It kind of makes sense because we had this sort of Viking. You remember how I said he kind of a little stern was your person? Stern? They get angry, like visibly. That's okay. A lot of people do. Everybody at least feels it, right? So, I'm not saying your person was a mean, angry person, but no, but that's it. Very strong. They're telling you to not be too cocky. Okay, they're not saying not be confident, but not be too cocky. Okay, you don't want to rush into things, and then say, "Oops, what happened?" Okay, and they're telling me that you're gonna know this right away. In terms of your intimate relationships, you're gonna get red flags and hints. Okay, and they're saying, "Don't forget it. Don't forget those red flags." You know you see them. Okay. But, have a good time. They want you to have a good time and, make connections. Even just one special one. But they want you to just be a little cautious. Okay? Does that make sense, Pile 2? Your person might be telling you that. Yeah, red flags. If you see red flags, anything that makes you go, huh? Or ick, think twice. Okay, and then what they want to say about your work life. Here we have the 7 of Wands. Okay, Pile 2. Have you been a little lazy in your work life? Right? I think a lot of people have at this time. It depends what your job is. But just the vibe overall, staying at home, everything closed, everything's kind of, quiet and still. So they're saying that's okay. So if you're resonating with this, Pile 2, they're like, don't worry about it. Kick back, relax if you can. So that's what your person is saying. And this is kind of the energy I'm getting, Pile 2. If your person, and maybe a male energy or that dominant type of energy, kicking back, chill, relaxed, but still, getting things done, still being logical, right? So they just don't want you to lose that when it comes to your relationship aspect. Okay, so work life, just relax, don't worry about it. If stuff's going down, you see this guy, this zombie's after him, and he's like, but not really. He's like, he's not that worried. And that's what your person wants to tell you. That's really cute. Now, let's go to your question. So, Pile 2. Do you remember the question that you asked at the beginning? It's going to have a yes or no, or maybe so answer. Let's see what your answer is. Don't stop. Oh my God. Remember this one flew out? And I said they wanted to yell it. It's funny too because I said they were kind of like this stern person, blunt. Well, your answer to that question is don't stop. So keep on cruising, keep doing what you're doing. If you wanted a yes or no answer, that's basically a yes. It's like keep doing what you're doing or not doing. Just wherever you are now, how you're thinking and feeling and planning, don't stop. And then another specific message, we have indigo. Oh, that's so precious. This little boy is like pulling this unicorn horse on his little tricycle. The person you're inquiring about is an indigo, meaning a highly sensitive, natural-born leader. Awesome. So does that make sense? Regarding your question, were you asking about a particular person? If so, I would describe them. So if you were asking about a particular person, highly sensitive person, also very strong, natural-born leader, kind of sounds like your person that's passed or you as well. Interesting. I don't know what your question was, but if it was regarding a person, that's describing them. Okay, that's interesting. And if you weren't asking about a person in particular, well, it's describing you. Your person is letting you know that you're a natural born leader, so don't forget it. And don't lose your confidence. So that's your reading for pile 2. That's a good one. I like the energy of this reading. Now your person. Okay, let's go to pile. Oops, pile 3. Okay, so pile 3, angels. For pile 3's passed away loved one, to they think and feel about their family life, love life, and work life. Okay, so pile 3, I'm getting the feeling that your person that you're thinking about that's passed might be a sweet, soft energy. Am I right? Or wrong? I don't know. Maybe just for one person. But that's what I'm feeling right away as I'm shuffling the cards. Soft, sweet, possibly female energy. Quiet. So, 1, 2, 3 cards. 5 cards. Family. Now, pile 3. Think of a question that you want to ask your person right now. Your person that's passed away. Any question that will involve a yes or no, or maybe so answer. Okay, so I'll give you 10 seconds to think of your question. See if a person can answer this question for you. There's 2. We're going to take them both. Okay, so let's see here. Pile 3. Let's see what your charm is. Oh, the goalie with the heart. So I'm thinking your person, pile 3, that's passed, like I said earlier, soft, sensitive, quiet, shy person. Is that describing them? Shy, but with a big heart. A little bit guarded. That could be describing you too, or this side that you can relate to regarding this person that's passed. It's just a little message here. So what they want to say and what they think and feel about your family life. Okay, so right now pile 3 is it possible that you or some people or one person in your close family is going through heartbreak, or maybe is scarred and tainted by past heartbreaks, past relationships that didn't work out. Okay, they're wanting to tell you, your person's wanting to tell you that everything's working out the way it should. Okay, it says here recipe for success. So yeah, she has all her ingredients here. We have the heartbreak. So what your person is telling you is that you, who's experienced this heartbreak, or someone in your family who's experiencing this, could be current, could be past. Your person wants to reassure you that everything happens for a reason, even if it's not good. In the end, it makes the person stronger. Okay, usually, right? It works out. Right? So your person wants to reassure you of that. And I don't know if it's someone in your family or you. I'm not getting one stronger over the other. So maybe your person's talking about you and multiple people in your family. Kind of comforting vibe. And this makes sense because I said this was feeling like a female, feminine energy. Kind of motherly vibes. Kind of comforting you and taking your mind off that heartbreak. Saying, listen, don't worry about it. Don't keep your heart so guarded. But don't just give it away to anybody. Recipe for success. Past experiences and current experiences will enable you or the person to make better choices in the future and have more success in the future. So regarding your family life, they want to tell you specifically to not worry about heartbreaks and heartache. Okay, and everybody goes through it. Possibly even your person that's passed. At some point anyway, right? What they want to say about your love life. We got this card too. This hermit. See, she's... all these zombies in the back are knock and she's just doing her own thing, relaxing. So regarding your love life, your person that's passed wants you to tell you that, to focus on yourself, and that you're almost there to this completion of this romantic, perfect union. Okay, well, whatever that is to you, perfect. Your person wants to tell you it's either there, you have it, or it's coming for you. That's what they want to tell you regarding your love life. They said just keep doing what you're doing. Keep focusing on yourself and enjoying yourself, enjoying your quiet time, and enjoying your time with your significant other. If you have one, saying that you're almost there, don't worry about it, don't fret. So if you're going through a troubling time with the relationship that you're in now, might be talking about this, but this is family, but still could relate, like close connection. You know, I'm not saying it's two cousins, but I'm just saying, okay, it's like that same type of energy. If you're worried about it, or you're worried about your family members going through this, your person's telling you to just don't fret, especially when it comes to you and your love life. Okay, and what they want to say about your work life, we have the Hanged Man and the Nine of Wands. Okay, so what your person wants to tell you regarding your work life is that your work life might be a little slow right now. Does that make sense, pile 3? I know it makes sense for a lot of people at this time, but specifically you viewers, if you're resonating with this, your person's saying that you're probably, things are going a little slower right now, and they want you to know that you'll still be successful, and you still are successful, even if you're doing less or not as much as you want. They want you to know that you're basically on top of the world. You see, she's on the top of the ladder, not afraid to fall. All these things to step on in case she does. Her bucket's full, she's not spilling it over. So regarding your work life, pile 3, your person's saying that everything's fine, basically. And don't worry about it if you think you're not accomplishing as much as you should. They are stressing the importance of this time, this slower time, if that's what's going on right now. For you, they're saying just enjoy everything around you and know that you're successful at this time, and you'll continue to be regardless of what happens with work. Okay, and do you remember the question you had? We got 2 of these answers, so let's see if they line up. question. Oh, we got don't stop. And it's up to you. Okay. So, at first when I pulled 2, I thought your answer would be leaning towards I don't know. And basically that's how it works, I think. Nobody really knows. Even the angels, they don't really know, because we all have free will, right? And we decide what we're going to do. In the end, it's usually, I think it's going to all work out the same, but not necessarily a certain way or a certain path. But in the end, you get to where you want to go, hopefully. But anyway, regarding your question, your person is saying keep it up, don't stop. So whatever it is you're doing, thinking, feeling regarding your question, keep on that path. Positive thinking, and it's up to you. Let's see this angel pointing at you, pile 3. So they're saying whatever it is that you are asking, it's up to you. Meaning whatever it is you want and desire, you'll receive in some way, shape, or form, one way or another. So that's nice of your person to say that. And you are profoundly clairvoyant. That's another message they have here. So I don't know if this makes sense in regards to your question, but maybe you already knew the answers, leaning towards possibly a yes. It says, trust what you see in your mind's eye as well as with your physical sight, for your spiritual vision helps you with healing, teaching, and guidance. So trust what you see in your mind's eye as well as your physical sight. So trust what you see in your head, your fantasies, your thoughts, your desires, your dreams, your wishes, and trust what you see happening and unfolding in front of you as well. It's saying here that you're clairvoyant. So when you want and desire things, pile 3, you might have this inner knowing and feeling or even vision of how it will unfold for you. And your angel, your passed on loved one, is telling you that's very likely. And that's why it's up to you. You can make it happen. So that's your message for pile 3. Very nice. Soft, sweet, caring little energy. Wants you to take care of yourself. Wants you to pat yourself on the back, especially when it comes to work. And they're saying you're doing just fine. And then regarding your family, could be some heartbreak going on there. They want you to know that everything's working out as it should, so you can rest a little bit regarding that. Okay, so hopefully you enjoyed the reading. Thank you so much for watching.